You know, if we do get that Nintendo Switch 2 release date for March of 2025, it's gonna be kinda cool since the original Nintendo Switch release date was March of 2017. And if you guys remember, we had some pretty big launch window titles like Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey. Well, kinda Super Mario Odyssey, that came out a couple months in October, but the launch games for the Nintendo Switch were pretty amazing. Here's to hoping the launch games for the Nintendo Switch 2 are just as insane. What games do you guys want with the Nintendo Switch 2 at launch? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robo-Chan Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwave or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. If you're new here and want to be kept up on everything gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the video and dislike if not, and have that notification bell on so you know when I upload. In this video, we are going to talk about some new info on the Nintendo Switch 2 that is great news for those wondering on the power of the Nintendo Switch 2. Assuming this is actually true, please remember these things can always be fake, always remember that. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. The more you guys leave those comments, the more YouTube pushes it in the algorithm, which means I can spend more time on new animations for the show. So the Nintendo Switch 2 is a pretty hot topic. We are all eagerly awaiting for Nintendo's more powerful Nintendo Switch that will pass us into a new era of new Nintendo Switch games. From a new Zelda game, hopefully anyways, to another new Donkey Kong game, maybe some new IPs, perhaps maybe old ones coming back in new ways. Overall, I think it's going to be a pretty exciting time, especially for us Nintendo fans, but one thing that we're all wondering is, what about the nitty-gritty specs of the system? How powerful is it? Is it going to have ray tracing? All those great things. And this does have to do with that. We might actually have some info on this. So let's read through the Nintendo Life article and see what the details are. As reported by DocTray81 in a new video shared on YouTube, the LinkedIn page of a former Samsung Electronic Device Solution Division Senior Director who's been at the company until 2019 lists among key qualifications and responsibilities having led the development of a NAND flash controller device for an unspecific Nintendo card game. Among the key achievements, the former Samsung employee also lists the development of a secure eMMC card powered by Samsung's memory 5th generation V NAND flash, which seems to line up not only with the NAND flash controller device for the unspecified Nintendo game card, but also with some other information, such as innovating security for unspecified proprietary hardware and designing a new PUF IP, physical unclonable function. Now I think one thing that sticks out is that it's an older device, which isn't really too surprising, right? We know that Nintendo doesn't really chase power and hasn't for a very long time, since the GameCube I think. I think Nintendo is more concerned with bringing games to as much people as they can that people enjoy instead of the flashiest, high-resiest, that's not even a word, the highest frame rates, you guys know what I mean. Some people agree with this and some people don't. But what you can say as a fact is that it's working well for Nintendo considering the Nintendo Switch's popularity. It's almost the best-selling console of all time. So I wouldn't be too surprised if the Xbox Series X and PS5 are more powerful than the Nintendo Switch 2. That's kind of just the sacrifice you have to make a portable console. Take a look at the Steam Deck and any other handheld PCs. They have to have some kind of sacrifice to have even close to the power of a PC. But anyways, continuing. The Nintendo Switch 2 requiring faster read speeds than its predecessor isn't exactly surprising, but Nintendo using Samsung's 5th generation V NAND is still great news, and even though it is, by today's standards, somewhat dated tech, as Samsung is working on the 9th and 10th generations V NAND, with the latter planned to release in 2025. Still, the up to 1.4 gigabytes of speed featured in the 5th generation should be more than enough for the new console and a major step towards its predecessor, or from its predecessor. And that's the major thing for me here right now, is that it's a major step up from the original Nintendo Switch. The thing that I'm personally looking forward to. I want to see what Nintendo's gonna do with the more power, and other third-party devs as well, and how good other games are gonna be looking, because they are gonna be using DLSS. My question question is, are we going to get any upscales on past games? That would be great. Some of them do need them. And just overall, how does this change Nintendo when it comes to new Nintendo Switch games? I think that's really the exciting thing with any new console. I do wonder if Nintendo is going to add any new gimmick into the Nintendo Switch 2 as well. Those are always fun to see. I mean, this system could bring some of the best Nintendo Switch games we have had in a very long time, and that's on top of other games like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey on the original Nintendo Switch. But anyways, let's continue. Very little is known about the Nintendo Switch 2 other than the fact that it will be powered by, once again, Nvidia technology. The T239 chip will be a massive step up over the Tegra X1 chip powering the current Nintendo Switch, as it is said to support features such as Nvidia's DLSS upscaling and ray reconstruction that will likely make it the best ray tracing capable system on the market. Now, when it comes to ray tracing, I don't think it will be heavily featured in the Nintendo Switch 2 personally. I have a hard time believing that a Nintendo Switch 2, a portable console, will feature ray tracing in any way, shape, or form that's hugely advantageous against, the other consoles. I do want a better picture though. I want a clean and clear, crisp picture. I don't know if that's gonna happen, I guess we'll see, but that would be nice, especially if we can hit that 60 FPS. And by the way guys, update on those cookie comments. We have 2 comments that are potentially inappropriate, which pretty much confirms that YouTube doesn't like cookies. So if you've reached this part of the video, I want to say thanks, and here is a cookie. Make sure you put the cookie emoji at the beginning of your comment if you reach this part of the video. Now about that release date. So back in February of 2024, this year, we got the news that the Nintendo Switch 2 was going to be delayed into 2025. Of course, there was no official date, so who knows if that's going to be true. That could all be hot air, as these things can always be. But one thing that we can say for sure is that the Nintendo Switch lifeline is getting quite there, if you know what I mean. It's getting old. It's growing a beard, essentially. The Nintendo Switch isn't the new console on the block, right? If the Nintendo Switch 2 is delayed, the one question you have to ask, and is on a lot of people's minds, is when is the release date? Well, back in February on the 26th, an insider had some pretty interesting things to say. And this was right around the time that delay stuff happened. This is what that insider had to say. It is information that was sudden to the publishers, and it is a unique situation, and I do not have information on the hardware announcement plans, Nintendo titles, or hardware information. March 2025 is a firm date. It is the release timing we are aware of from last week. Now apparently this is a supposed dev from Atlus/Sega, according to one user who asked what they meant by we. Now, like I said, this was back in February, the time when those rumors popped up of the delay, so if this is a March release date, then in my personal opinion, I think we could see a reveal date for the Nintendo Switch 2 as early as June. Though I do want to put something out there though. What if the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal was in October like the original Nintendo Switch? The original Nintendo Switch was revealed in October and then released in March. And we all know that Nintendo likes to do what works. They have a pattern on these kind of things. It's why Nintendo Directs are so easily predictable, because they just do the same thing every single time, because it's been working for the past 7 years. Could Nintendo do the same thing with the Nintendo Switch 2? Reveal it in October of 2024, and then release it in March of 2025. And maybe in the June Nintendo Direct, we could end up getting new Nintendo Switch games that will carry us over until October. So maybe we won't even get anything from the Nintendo Switch 2 in June, and then we'll get that release date in March of 2025. What do you guys think about that? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, as well as the other topics that we covered in this video. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. And if not, on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.